Well, good evening. My name is Father Dennis Holtschneider. I know many of you from the Sunday 11 o'clock community, but not all of you. Tonight's a particularly challenging night for me, because generally when I'm here preaching at the CSC, it means that Father Gary's is out of town. And tonight is actually the first night that I have to preach in front of the Master. So his words to me as I just left the pew were, "Good luck." There's a romantic moment in many a movie when someone's dying and they're surrounded by loved ones, and last words are spoken that have a powerful impact precisely because they're last words. For Jesus, who stands at his own precipice, it's the words that we hear every Sunday as we bless our meal. Do this in memory of me. And it's the last sentence in tonight's gospel. You must wash each other's feet. As I have done, so you must do. That word do. Do this in memory of me, so you must do. Those words are planned. They're intentional. This is what he wants his disciples, and all of us who follow, to take to heart for all time. It's an instruction to act. Do this. Meal sharing and foot washing. By Jesus' last words at his Last Supper, the two actions become templates for the rest of the actions in our lives. Now, every culture on earth uses eating and drinking as a way of holding a family together. Every culture uses eating and drinking as a way of holding a family together. And Jesus wanted that for us. To keep the bonds, the community, and thereby to create a world where there are no separations. And so we keep communion through the act of communion. Community is precious, and Jesus wants it for us. And so he ties his own continuing presence to it. But not just communion, foot washing, humbling ourselves, putting ourselves at service to others. So last week, Pope Francis, without any warning whatsoever, dropped to the ground and he kissed the feet of the leader of South Sudan, begging him for peace. Now, even in the animal kingdom, animals crouch and they submit to the dominant animal in their pack. And those words, do this, Jesus asks us for our time to do the same, to see to everyone else's needs, to put the world's needs before ours, as dominant to our own. Vulnerability and utter love before another person's. Now in Mark and Matthew and Luke's telling, it's a sacred meal continued for all time. In John's telling, it's foot washing. Both of them, Jesus' last wish for those who would remain behind. And so, we perform and we embrace those templates tonight, this sacred night of the Last Supper when they were instituted, so that we may then extend them into a world that is desperately in need of the love that they bring us into. So feel them tonight. Feel them. Don't think about them. Feel them tonight as the deeply symbolic acts for what they are. They're templates against which the rest of our lives must align. Enter into them fully, as if for the first time, and watch others enter into them. For these are the last wishes of a man who is about to die.